It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day 2 of our garden renovation in Chula Vista. I don't know if you can see it from there, but this is planted in a piece of driftwood. About 4 or 5 years ago, I staged this really tight, cute little tapestry in the alcove of a piece of wood. And as you can see, it has completely and utterly run amok. So we're going to take this all out, cut all these things up for parts, and add some more interesting plants to renew and revive this driftwood planter. Well, the Aloe Hercules has arrived, and as you can see, right now it's winning, but I'm confident the men are going to do a fantastic job of getting this thing in the ground.
Back just a watch. Okay. Now, you're gonna have to dig out. No, you're fine. Look out.
I'm going to stage this bad boy, this Portulacaria that we pulled out, back over there with that Aloe Hercules. But I don't want to dig a hole this deep. It's perfectly acceptable to limb these things up. You can cut off a lot of the roots to save yourself some hassle of digging. How fun is this? This is a testimony to microclimate. Both of these Echinocactus grissonii, or barrel cactuses, whatever, were grown in pots that were approximately the same size. This one had been growing in its pot for a few years in full sun. This one in a pot in the shade. Look at the difference. These were exactly the same size, purchased from exactly the same place, planted at exactly the same time, in the same soil, but due to the amount of sun, this is what kind of difference it made. And it's really interesting too that the needles on the one that was planted in full sun are a lot longer and more prolific than the needles of the one planted in the shade. What does that mean? Does this mean that this plant adapted to feel like it needed more protection? Perhaps the needles provide shade to the fleshy part of the plant and this one didn't need the protection? I don't know. Feel free to weigh in on that one. Well, it's a wrap for today in Chula Vista on this fabulous renovation. Hannah got the driftwood planted and it looks totes adorbs. We are going to repurpose this Sansevieria and these aloes into other areas of the garden. The guys got the flagstone path finished. First step was to lay down the weed barrier fabric, then looks like about an inch of decomposed granite. Then the guys scratched in the flagstone pieces, and then tomorrow we will top it with 3/8 inch Palm Springs Gold gravel. I'll show you. It'll look like this when we're done. Now you also will note that we did not use any edging in here. We are going to bring the rock, the 3/4 inch, I've got 3/4 inch Palm Springs Gold and 3/4 inch Burgundy and Baja Red Rubble throughout this garden. So we will bring the rock treatments right down to the edge of the flagstone path. You don't always need a barrier of plastic. Well, you never need plastic, but you don't always need a barrier of anything else either. It's going to be seamless. Okay. Hannah also redid these entry planters. I thinned out the Sansevieria yesterday, and then Hannah basically just cut up and reset the aeoniums and added some fret ives that we took from another part of the garden, and some new bromeliad that we got at Waterwise Botanicals. This area is still a work in progress over here. I'm going to be pulling in more bromeliads, some shade-loving aloe, and a big boulder, and some other elements tomorrow into this area. We got more boulders staged throughout the garden today. I planted a Dracaena Draco. We got a really cute variegated Opuntia cactus. Agave perii here. And this is Agave Desmontiana Joe Hoke. Really cool variegate. Here's the regular variegate over here. So you can see the difference. The Joe Hoke has a lot more yellow in it. And if anybody knows what variety of aloe this is, please tell me. I don't know, but look at those spectacular red blooms. Whoa. All right. So yes, it's just been a lot of tightening up today. We got our aloe Hercules planted over here. We were doing that earlier. And Greg got a load of 3/4 inch burgundy. So the guys got the burgundy down. I planted those barrels and agave quadricolor, agave Lofantha blood spot. I moved some of the jade, the sunset jade over here. I felt like we really needed a pop of color. And we moved the fungulata over to this area here. This plant was actually in the front entry bed and it was just too big. So we just moved it to a new spot. No biggie. And you know that we hollowed out some palm trees that were cut down and made planters out of them. And check out this cute little Petalantha cymbifolia that we put in the palm tree. I'm gonna top dress this probably with some fireglass tomorrow. So, oh, and we got the Nandinas in the flanking beds too. And I'll be rocking this area in. We did have green goddess bamboo and it was just a maintenance nightmare. So I think the Nandina is gonna be a far better choice, and we have it in other areas of the garden too. So back tomorrow, I will have a team of 5 here in the hopes that we can knock this restoration out. Plan on tuning in for that tomorrow. We'll take you around to the back and show you what's going on there as well. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting from Chula Vista, California with your renovation and your succulent tip of the day.